Hi everyone, my name is Laura and I am from the class of 2013. I couldn't make it in today, so I thought I would send along a video just explaining a little bit about my grad school experience and my current work experience. So I went to grad school right after undergrad. I went to Wheelock College in Boston. I chose to go to grad school right after. It was just kind of already always part of my plan, and it just made sense for me to go right after and not have to worry about going back in the future. Wheelock was very similar to Winnick with size and the generalist program. I knew that I wanted to do a generalist program and not something too clinical like Simmons in Boston. I know that I don't want to do a lot of clinical work, so it made sense for me to go to a generalist program. Like I said, it's very similar to Winnick. You take family practice classes and group work and things like that, but then you also have the policy and research classes, which kind of balance everything out. Size-wise, it was similar to Winnick. At the most, I had 20-25 kids in my class. And those are more of the seminar classes, but still time to talk as a group and bounce ideas off of each other, and very team-oriented and group work. We definitely had a lot of conversations during class, which is nice. Grad school in general is very different from undergrad. You go at night, or at least my program, and during the day you're in field work for the most part, and I was living at home, so it was even more different than undergrad. I felt like more so I was working at my field placement and then going to class at night. I don't regret going to grad school right after. It made sense for me, and I'm glad I kind of have it out of the way. I learned a lot in grad school, but I also feel like it was pretty straightforward and simple because of Winnick and what I learned there. So after I graduated from Wheelock, I went from June of the year I graduated through May. My summer program was for advanced standing students, which gave us kind of the opportunity to get to know each other and kind of build some friendships, because with advanced standing you come in the middle of regular graduate students programs, so you're coming in at their halfway point, so they've kind of already been in the same classes. So that was helpful to kind of have that summer program and get to know some people so that I didn't feel so out of place. So when I graduated, I was still finishing my internship because I did it at a school. So I had to finish my hours, and I also committed through the end of the school year. So I actually graduated and was still finishing my field placement. And after that, I started looking for jobs. I kind of put off taking my LI for the summer because I got a job, and it didn't require my LI at the time, or my LC, sorry. So I kind of put that off for a little bit. There's definitely a lot of jobs out there for both BSW and MSW. I applied a lot for jobs that were CBHI programs, so like in-home therapy or care coordinator jobs. So a lot of the in-home behavioral or in-home therapists are BSWs, where the more of the care coordinator jobs, so more of the coordination of care, are MSW jobs, which I liked because it was less clinical and less therapy, and more coordination and getting everyone set up. For the most part, the job salaries are pretty good for an MSW. In the CBHI programs, they're all pretty much the same, just because it's a state mandated program, so all the salaries are pretty much the same. And I mean, I looked on Indeed and things like that for these jobs, so they're definitely out there. It's not like you kind of have to look too hard for them. And so currently I'm working at New England Quality Care Alliance, which is a physician network for Tufts Medical Center. So all of their doctors and their referring doctors, so local, pediatricians or local providers belong to their network. So I work for them, and what I do for them is I am actually in 3 pediatric offices, and I help coordinate care for their patients. So any behavioral related concerns that are discussed to the doctor, they kind of get me involved, and then I help coordinate and connect them with resources in the area. And I like that because it is has a little bit of hands-on. I get to talk with patients and kind of get to know them, but then I also am able to connect them with someone that can actually provide those hand-on services that I don't really want to provide. So because my job is pretty medical based, I don't actually, I'm one of 4 social workers in my agency, but when I started, I was the only social worker. So it's a new program and I helped develop it, which is pretty cool. And we helped bring other social workers into the agency, and now they're kind of learning more about social work and more about behavioral health, which is really cool. And we kind of help get to teach them and be educators. Because my job isn't social work related in a social work field, I don't have supervision at work or clinical supervision. I definitely have close relationships with my managers and my doctors, and can kind of go to them for help or advice. So I feel like I'm definitely supported, but I don't have that clinical supervision for my licensure. So I do outside supervision, and work reimburses me for some of it, which is nice. So I'm still working towards my LI, but not at the pace that you might if you had that supervision at your work, and it was kind of built into your schedule. Yes, so I mean, I think that my job is different from a lot of social work jobs. It's not therapy based, it's not kind of what you think of, and I think it's always really great when the medical world kind of incorporates social work. We have a lot of overlap, and I think that's really helpful that we have that expertise kind of in the area now, and we're kind of connecting the two. So that's kind of where I'm at. Definitely, Paula can give you guys my information if you wanted to reach out. If you had any questions, that's totally fine. Alrighty, good luck, guys.